Hey, welcome to Gold Fever Adventures. I'm Jack Tucker. I'm out here in the Lost Basin area. That'd be south of Lake Mead by the town of Meadview. What I'm going to do is go exploring today, show you some old ruins, a little bit of history that's out here in this area. Then I'm going over the top of the mountain. We're going to drop into Gold Basin, maybe do a little metal detecting. There's some cool stuff over there that we'll check out as well. But anyways, I want to thank you guys coming along and sharing on these adventures. And that's what we're going to do today. Just go do a little bit of exploring. Thanks for coming along, guys. Well, there's all the Lake Mead. When you're just out here driving around, you just never know what you come across. Now, here's something kind of interesting up here. Looks like a cabling system, a pulley that went down there for some reason. We'll have to go check that out. If you look all the way down there, you'll see some poles sticking out of the ground right there. So they probably somehow winched them up. There's the cable that ran all the way up there. Have to check out the other side of that right there. Now this looks like an old-time sluice box right here. There's the header right there. I'd feed it through there and go right down. And there's the end of the line of the cable. So whatever they were pulling up, some of this ore maybe, but that's the end of it right here. That's the end of the line. Interesting. But what a view. What a view. That's kind of strange. Just stacked rocks in a circle. Was it a big fire pit, or was it more like what they call those arastas, type things? It's like a mining pulse with some more cabling there. And, oh, what's this over here? Oh, looks like little foundations over here. Look at this. Huh. This was an old foundation of some sort. Wow. Huh. Oh, it had a drain right there for the water to drain out of, I guess. Wow, interesting. When you're up here in the mountains just driving around, exploring, you never know what you'll come across. Well, let's continue on here. There's more stuff to see. See, they've done a lot of mining through this area right here. They've chipped out all of this rock. Now this here is a pretty deep shaft mine there, so I don't want to get too close to that there. Let me throw a rock down there. We'll see if we can hear it. It goes down there a little ways. So this mine up here is known as the Climax Mine. It was a lode mine. A while back, some guys, they rappelled down there and pulled out a bunch of ore, or some, what they thought was ore, and tested it for gold and a bunch of wood and stuff like that. But that's right here. It's known as the Climax Mine. Right down below, it's the old little town. My understanding is it's the old little town of Climax. So let's go see if we can find it, see what's left of that. Now, my understanding is this is the old post office. Let's walk around and check this thing out here. It's crumbling down. A lot of that was probably their ore pipe inside maybe the chimney was right there. That or a breathing pipe. But you can see it's coming down, but they used a lot of the ore in there. And there's inside right there. Probably full of rats and all types of stuff. But they had to be kind of short too, because it'd about knock your head if you weren't careful. How many times do you think they sat right out here, watched the sun set, had a little fire right here going in the fire ring. People would come pick up their mail. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool little building. So just one little cement thing. That might have been a fireplace or cooking area right here. And then over here was just another little foundation, another little rock wall or rock building somebody stayed in Probably somebody important stayed there. And if you go up that wash right there, there's just a lot of junk and nothing really worth seeing, but it's just part of the old town, but it's mostly just all junk and piles of stuff that people piled up over the time. But that was part of the old town. This place here is the old amphitheater. This is private property here. Cement slab down there. Man, you could play bands and all types of, imagine a band down there playing. Some great singers. Introducing Jack Tucker, the one, the only, the juggler guy. Yay! Bowling for dollars. Okay, that's it. Enough of that, huh? Anyway, this is kind of a pretty cool place. This is 83 acres, my understanding. I know I've shown this before. 250,000, I think they want for this place. But man, we could sure do a lot with this place. That's all private up there. That's the King Tut right there. Big King Tut mine. Lots and lots of gold came off of that area right there. This old place, I'm not sure what this was. They tell you right here that it is a history site, but it doesn't tell you what it was. That's weird. It doesn't tell you what it was. This place was probably part of the big thing when the mine operation was going on with the big King Tut mine back in the days. Probably the big house for the miners and the cooking areas, and people stayed here as they were out there mining the mines. Mining the mines. Mining the mine. It's funny, they got cement here, and then this here stuff, this is all just mud. So they made like mud bricks. That's pretty interesting how they just did that there. And that's why the walls are falling apart, you know. It's just, they're starting to come down, decaying. That shouldn't help it any, I guess. It's a pretty big area, though. Housed a lot of people, that's for sure. Well, still got to get to the other side over there and do some detecting or whatever it is, exploring on the other side over there, so I better start heading towards that direction. Just sitting out here in the middle of the desert all by itself, some lonely miner coming back from town after a hard day's work, had a little too much to drink, drove off the edge and just say, screw it. And that's where she stayed ever since. Of course, since all them years, people shot it full of holes. I think you could probably repair that thing if you had a little bit of Bondo. This side over here is known as the Lost Basin, and what I'm going to do is take this road on down to clear down over there. This side is known as Gold Basin. It's a pretty rough road till you get clear down to the bottom down there, but, well, that's what I'm going to do. Well, I got the rough part behind me. Now I'm just on going through the washes, and eventually I'll hit the dirt road, which will eventually take me into the main dirt road. I think this road was longer than I expected it to be. Gold nuggets in there maybe? Huh? Something in there. Look at all these tailings. Looks like there's some type of bucket or something down there, doesn't it? Wonder what that is. Right there. Piece of mining equipment. There's quartz all over this ground. There's quartz vein going all the way up there, right into the sun.
The Golden Gate mine was primarily a gold mine, although copper was also mined. The Golden Gate mine is located in Mojave County, Arizona, at an elevation of 2,799 feet. The mine is located in close proximity to Meadview, Arizona, and can be traced back to its association with the Lost Basin mining district, which currently falls under the jurisdiction of the Lake Mead National Recreation Area. There are several other mines in this area as well. A small population was present during the operation of the mines. Presently, the Golden Gate Mine remains non-operational, and there are no known intentions to resume mining activities at the site.
Here's the main shaft right here. Gated up. Can't go in there no more. Looks like they made their door out of the old rail ties or something. But you can't get in there unless you're awful thin. And can, maybe if you chipped away that rock or dug down, deeper down and chipped away the rock, maybe you could crawl through there, go back in there. Man, I bet you that goes back a ways. I always get paranoid walking in. Like, you never know what's in these entrances right here. But looks like there's a little going up right there. See, there's a little shaft there. Probably unstable though. Look at this thing would come down on you, I think. See that? It's going right into the rock. I don't think this is too stable of a mine getting back up in there. Yeah, that'd be dangerous back up in there. That's probably why it's all boarded up, gated up. There's some tin cans right here. It's like a little can dump in here. See, they got the solder on them, so that means probably before the war this mine was here, and then some probably afterwards. But there's some tin cans there. But look at all the quartz all over here. Wow. The sun behind me. Generally, you can tell how far back these shafts go by how much tailings they dug out and stacked outside and around here. And there's a lot of tailings out here. There's a lot of quartz around here, too. There's this trail going up. I don't know where it goes to. Sometimes you got to be afraid of walking. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's ever been on this. Look at all this quartz right in the road. Oh, kind of a steep trail. Oh, goes to another shaft right there. Oh, let me see if I can make it up to there. Oh, man, quartz everywhere. Look at this quartz vein. And what's this one here? Oh, it doesn't go. This one doesn't go that far back. It just goes right there. So what they would do, this quartz here probably didn't produce anything, but anything that produced, this piece going back here, they took it out, and then it died. But if they continued on, probably another foot, it may start again. But they didn't have detectors and stuff to figure that stuff out. But they were taking everything out that was valuable. There's something sticking out of there, a piece of metal or something. Where they tied off to or something. What a quartz vein. That vein goes right up there into the sun. Just later this afternoon, and it's starting to cool down. Left this morning, come over here, thought maybe do some detecting. I didn't find anything detecting, so thought do a little bit of exploring. And here's another can dump. So they must have ate right by the mine itself. They ate before they went inside to do their shift. Ouch. A lot of cactus around. See, these are food cans, so that's probably what they did. See right there, these are food cans. So they would ate their food right here, come out maybe for a break, had some food, lunch, and then they went back to work. Here's that, what looked like a bucket. This must have been like a fire pit. I see this has got a little like a door on it. So this thing sat up, and then what they would do is open the door and put some wood in there, and that stovepipe up there. So this was probably part of what they used for a fire maybe. Look at all this quartz right here. Man, they pulled a lot of quartz out of this mine. Like they had to stack up some rocks, so they backed up their vehicles or whatever here that they had, not vehicles, but wagons or whatever. They stacked on top of it so they could come out to the end. So they would stack rocks to help secure this up, coming right out of the shaft of the mine. You can see forever up here, and if you look clear over there, that's probably the Nevada side of Lake Mead. Right over there. I don't see anybody out on the water though, but that's a long ways over there. You just drive along, and then all of a sudden you just look over yonder and you see something like this right here. And you wonder, what the heck is it? Maybe it was somebody's little, They probably stayed right there, a little lean-to or something to get out of the wind. Little miner's cabin. Not very big though. Oh, here, a bunch of cable, metal. Oh, look at all these tin cans. Another can dump. But this would be, oh, miner shack right here. Oh, high enough out of the wash. Oh, man, I tell you what, it took some time to build this thing, didn't it? Wow. And the cabling, oh, it's pretty cool. Look at this here. Look at his fire pit right there. Wow. Look how he had his fire pit dug right there. And probably hollow coming all the way up. That is impressive. Wow. It's a lot of work stacking rocks. Put it right inside of the wall right there. The walk wall. Maybe he was mining in here too, you know. There's cable here for some reason. Hauling something out. Maybe there's a mine right there and it's been buried in since then. There's a couple of them right there, little shacks. Let's go check them out too. So the little doorway entrance, coming right in, and there's these fire pit right there. Make sure there's no critters sitting inside of here. But pretty cool. Also, this was either the toilet or it's a hole down there. Looks like there's a bunch of rocks in this place, so that's pretty cool. Nobody's dug that out yet. There could be treasures down in there. There's just another foundation. All out of these rocks. Look at the quartz veins. My goodness. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like there's more all the way up that hill. How the hell did they get up there to do that? One thing that you don't see around here is a lot of the tin cans like you saw in some of the other places. Maybe they didn't stay here long. Did all this work and then abandoned it. But man, that is sure interesting though. Well, that was a tour of this place. We saw Lost Basin and Gold Basin. Did a little detecting. Didn't find anything detecting though, but I had to really just kind of find that area. So I got to find the area where it was at, where I want to go for next time, another day. But I know where that is at, but we got to get out and do a little bit of exploring. And it's always fun when you just get out in the desert, drive around and start exploring. But hey, well, thank you guys coming along, sharing on these adventures. So until our paths cross again, you guys all take care. Have a fantastic day. And thanks for watching, everyone.